7 of the Knicks points.
Jefferson 8, Thomas 7. Somebody else going to score this game?
No, Tom, it'll just be those two all night. They'll play a one-on-one game down on West 4th Street to see who wins game 1. Kittles changes that. That's a 2. For the excellent outside shooter, 7th-year man out of Villanova, much like the Knicks' Tim Thomas. Their best scorer from the outside, Allen Houston, is on the playoff roster, but not expected to see action in the early part of this series. Anderson lost it. Here come Kidd and Kittles, and the great finisher, Jefferson. It's Kittles.
Make sure you give Shannon Anderson an assist for that break. I mean, that thing shot out of there like a rocket. That was a fast break starter is what that was.
Rebound for Thomas. Game 1 of the best of 7, 2 against 7 matchup. Kerry Kittles forced the turnover with Jefferson. Back to Kittles. Garnett's fast break. The story has been a great one in the first quarter. They have 10 fast break points. 16 of their 21 points have come in the paint.
Anytime a turnover happens, it's a layup at the other end of the court.
Marbury misses his shot. Kittles, nobody stopped him. And he'll get a free throw.
Too many transition points. The tempo is really in the Nets' favor right now.
They are a lethal team in transition and have 10 more than the Knicks already here in the first quarter. Kerry Kittles is 4 of 4. Richard Jefferson 3 of 3 from the field. It's a good start for the two-time Eastern Conference champs. Nets lead by 5 inside of 3 minutes. Funny that Penny Hardaway, once thought of as one of the star players in the NBA, was the throw-in, the afterthought in the Stephon Marbury acquisition from Phoenix. The alley-oop for Kittles. So the Knicks went with Marbury on Kittles, and the Nets take advantage of it right away.
Well, both coaches came out of the timeout with a double down for Hardaway and a lob for Kittles. Is great coaching from the
George, what you were talking about before with the cross-matching in transition, to avoid some of that, and especially with Penny Hardaway in the lineup, the Knicks put Marbury on Kittles, and Lawrence Frank went right to it and took advantage of it.
Exactly. Instead of cross matchups, which gives the Nets some advantages in transition, Marbury's going to cover Kittles. Kittles covers Marbury. So they've actually flip-flopped, but they're not going to flip-flop back the other way.
Kittles, feet set, triple. The Nets are red hot. They've opened 12 of 16 here in the opening quarter. Kittles is 6 of 6. New Jersey shot 72% from the field. That's what happens when you get 14 of your 30 points as fast break points.
This is not going to continue.
Rodney Rogers had trouble catching. Still collects. This is Harris. Tough shot. Yeah, over Penny.
Tough shot, bad shot.
Kidd volleyballs to keep it alive. Kittles left 3 for 3. Boy, what a possession that turned out to be. Every time the Nets are taking it out, 8, 10, 12 points, Knicks come back and will serve. Put Thomas a foul. The bump on Kittles coming across the lane. And I think it's 3 on Chris Thomas. Let's see. That is his 3rd.
But it doesn't affect the Knicks because right now they just got so many frontline bodies that he's going to throw some more guys in. Sweety's coming back in. I think it was a surprise that Sweety was the first guy off the Knicks bench.
Sweetney, Baker, Mutombo as opposed to the guys who start.
I think you hurt yourself if you don't initiate the Kurt Thomas pick and pop offense. Kurt Thomas is already in the game.
And earn the pride of the best team in the
Yeah, and it shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, they do that in every sport. Whenever we're getting ready to fire somebody and hire somebody else, I mean, they're going to give them some easy games. I mean, it makes sense to do that, and it shouldn't come as a surprise like, oh, it just happened to work out that way. I mean, things are planned that way, that if you're going to bring in somebody new, you want to make it an easy transition period, and you want to make yourself look good and make yourself look halfway good, halfway decent.
Yeah, stick those losses with the guy you're going to fire.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not taking anything away from what Lawrence Frank has done or the job he did. You talked about Lawrence, and he doesn't look like the most likely guy to be an NBA head coach. A lot of comparisons made here in New York to Jeff Van Gundy.
Well, I like that because you don't see big guys go to the basket. I don't want to see all that fadeaway stuff. Go in there and take that beat.
You know, I believe it when you say that, don't you? The way he said that.
I believe it.
Skip pass comes out to Kerry Kittles, and he was solid the other night as he hit his first 6 shots of the game.
You know what is a bad sign is that the Nets are getting points off of their half-court sets. Usually they're a transition team. The Knicks have definitely got to tighten up.
Well, here we go with Kerry Kittles and Stephon Marbury guarding one another basically throughout this game. And, you know, Kerry's got a little bit of an advantage playing with and against Steph in practice for 2 or 3 years here in New Jersey.
Eddie Hardaway wheels in, goes up, changed the shot, couldn't get it to go, hit the deck. And a long lead pass to Kittles, and that's where speed kills. He just beat everybody down the floor.
That's a terrific pass right there. I think he had every intention of passing that to Jason Kidd. The passing lane was cut off and flipped it at the last second overhand to Kittles for the lay-in. As we see here, the Nets starting to break. Richard Jefferson with a couple dribbles. He was up. He was throwing that ball to Jason Kidd.
Yep.
And fortunately for Kerry Kittles, with that kind of speed, was able to catch up to that pass. Terrific play.
That was a remarkable play.
Dominate the game right now.
And we hope Tim is okay, but that's playoffs.
Excuse me, just what happened. Hardaway's size negated that trap.
And they come up with a steal. Kerry Kittles is going to get the foul. The shot would not go. As we started to say, Vin Baker is checked into the ball game now. Of course, you know the story on Vin, a recovering alcoholic, battling back after losing an opportunity in Boston.
You know, the Nets sitting here courtside, their speed is just, it's mind-boggling. And they've got it from everybody. They've got it from 4 of their 5 starters. Jefferson's got it, Kittles has it, Kenyon, and obviously Jason.
How many teams in the league have 2 forwards that can run like Martin and Jefferson?
Well, you don't know. The reason you don't know is because they're not playing with Jason Kidd. You'd be surprised at who could run if you're playing with Jason Kidd.
That's a good point, John. As Kittles with the line. I didn't know you were such a movie buff.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I make up stuff as I go along.
So it's down to 13 now, and there's a big turnover.
Steph is really struggling with
Yes, he is. And Kittles lost the handle, but he draws the foul as the Knicks really had a chance to cut into this and make something happen, and they make a bad pass at the other end of the floor.
And that's Steph's 3rd foul of the night. But they're all 3 of them are just slapping, reaching fouls.
Hard foul. Very hard fouls. And you hate to see this happen because he's a beautiful athlete. Yeah. And you don't want to see anybody get a career injury from something like this.
I think one thing that's figuring into Steph's head right now is he's making a lot about, and I think he's kind of buying in, feeding into the fact that this is Steph versus Jason.
Well, you're absolutely correct because Steph is a great, great player.
Yes,
He's established himself in the NBA.
Yes, it is. 13 of them now tonight.
And you know, somebody who's been really unsung tonight is Kerry Kittles. He's done a great job defensively. He's just kind of been Johnny on the spot. Just
on cue.
That's a great pass. That's an even better catch. But he's been an unsung. He's been a ball facilitator and somebody who just kind of kept the glue together for the Nets tonight.
You know, everybody's talked about got to the NBA Finals the last 2 years. No one's talked about them winning it all, but are they capable of that?
Well, they're pretty good. And Jason with another great pass. And that's, like I said, even a better catch and finish by Kerry Kittles.
And then Kerry kind of trailing for a 3. So, you know, those guys always draw a lot of attention. And then with Kerry coming, you know, on the secondary break, because everybody falls to follow RJ Kmart, then, you know, Kerry can tee it up. And, you know, those are the thought processes, you know, that I try to go through as fast as I can.
But I want to tell you, how can you not pay attention to this team anymore? Here is Hardaway going in and deflected. Kenyon Martin got a piece of it. Jefferson flying to the hole. And then the follow by Kerry Kittles. They are just everywhere.
That's Kerry Kittles. He called him Johnny on the spot earlier. And, you know, he's got two little putbacks like that. Layups and dunks right now. 14 of them.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Nets. And you just hope this guy, John, somehow can get control of what's going on in his life.
Well, and you've got to respect the fact that he's fighting it. It's easier said than done, but you respect the fact that he's fighting, and I also respect the fact that the NBA is trying everything. I love the way the guys respond to him.
Yeah, just sitting there and watching him, the energy. Of course, Lawrence Frank at one time was a basketball manager for Bob Knight at Indiana. Never was a head coach anywhere before. And Kittles with an outstanding three. And they are 1 point short of the century mark.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. Kerry Kittles jump shot. He shot that one with his back to the basket, it looked like.
And one of the things that the Knicks can't afford to have happen here is get behind early in this ball game. Take the crowd out of it. They want to use that momentum. Playing here in the Garden. There's a rejection by Kenyon Martin. High into the air.
That's just silly right there.
And Kidd finishes, and then the follow, and they've got people everywhere. Looks like they're playing with more than 5 players.
That was a double dunk. I don't know that I've seen the double dunk before.
That's amazing. I mean, they got out and were moving down court.
I mean, that block by Kenyon Martin was just silly.
See, this is what the Knicks have to do. They have to take care of the ball if they don't get easy possession, because they can't trigger fast break baskets with a bad shot.
And right now, things are not going well for the New York Knicks.
Well, you look at this, the Nets are definitely there. You see Martin comes over and triggers a fast break. They push it and really get down the floor. You don't see many Knicks in the front part of the court. But look, 2 guys came in for the follow-up without a Knicks jersey being there. Knicks have to get back in transition against this Nets team. And all you want is consistency.
Here's Sweetney now. He had Shannon Anderson on the baseline. Did not see him. 7 seconds on the shot clock. That was a touch pass attempt by Anderson. Did not work. Look at Kittles. He is so fast, and he's up the floor, and he nails it.
Kerry's a good player. We talked with Lawrence Frank before the game about Kerry's progression over the last couple of years. He's had 4 knee injuries, and that kind of slowed him down early in his career, but he's really come on. He's really the glue that's holding this team together at this point in my mind.
It's just quite remarkable for a guy like Marbury. Marbury now 0 for 2 tonight with no points in the ball game as it comes in now to Kenyon Martin. He takes it out to Kerry Kittles, who Lawrence Frank said it very well. This guy kind of goes under the radar. No one says much about Kerry Kittles, but he does a remarkable job.
Kerry's in great rhythm right now. He's not hesitating. He's just pulling up, shooting the ball, and he's doing all the little things as well.
Well, Lawrence Frank said he went under the radar, but he doesn't go under the radar with coaching, probably with fans. They'll have to realize that they have to go inside and keep doing it.
Let's give you the Gatorade X Factor. Take a look at our Gatorade X Factor of the game. It's going to be Kerry Kittles. He has played so well in the first 2 games, shooting the ball from outside.
Well, you look at him, Kittles is the kind of guy that feeds off how his teammates play extremely well, particularly his shooting ability. Now you see defensively him moving, and defense is so important to trigger fast break baskets like this. Kerry can run the floor so well as hit the outside shot. So he's a very, very complimentary player to the type of other players that they have on the Nets team.
Here is Jason Collins, a little bit off balance. Good defense by Kurt Thomas, but he got it back. And here's Kidd, dumps it out to Kittles. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the third. Jefferson feeds Kittles, and Kittles moving off the ball so well.
See, that came as a result of the Knicks letting the Nets get 2 offensive rebounds. Why play defense? Defense stops once you get possession of the ball, not once a guy shoots.
Marbury weaves in and doesn't get a tough break on the shot. Out it comes to Kittles. 3-on-3. Kittles will pull up for 3, and right now the Nets on one of those patented surges that they're famous for.
That's a backbreaker right there.
That's exactly right.
The defensive breakdown on one end, a contested layup on the other end, and then a 3-point basket.
And it's amazing how something like that starts by letting the Nets get 2 offensive rebounds.
7-0 run right now by the Nets.
In game 1, it was the fast break of the New Jersey Nets. And how fast do you want it with Jason Kidd? Just unbelievable in the open court. The Nets are averaging 22 points a game off their fast break.
Kurt Thomas got a hand on it. Here comes Marbury. A lot of pressure on Stephon Marbury to carry this team offensively. Then Anderson left it short there. Kidd back the other way. This is Kittles. Kittles had 20 points in the first game, and he has been stroking it well.
The Knicks are so afraid of the Nets break that when a shot is taken by the Knicks, no one on that team goes to the offensive boards. They run back.
Well, you can understand why when they have been pouring in those fast break
Really
points.
initiating and being the aggressor right now.
Well, Lawrence Frank feels good about it because he gives himself credit for that call.
Yeah, that's right.
Coaching position, you always say, I'm arguing for the Knicks call.
Baker just picked up his second foul. Kittles for the baseline, and he's got the nice touch.
Very poor communication with the rookie Mike Sweeten, who checked into the game, and Shannon Anderson there. They both stepped out on Rodney Rogers and left Kerry for a wide open
But
jump
when they
shot.
get in their game, they don't do something. And this guy's playing now. This is helpful.
And New Jersey is moving the ball around real well. And poor communication right there by the Knicks. Kerry gets a wide open jump shot. But that's a great point that you make, Coach. And Ben Baker, he gives this Knicks team a completely different look.
Knicks by 5. A minute 26 to go here in the first half.
And they've got to keep their focus. The Knicks really have to keep their focus.
Kittles tries it too, and he nails it.
That's too easy. DeMar Johnson's just checked in the game. I don't want to pick on him, but he failed to block Jason Kidd out the possession before and just a little too late getting out on the screen for an easy Kerry Kittles jump shot on that possession.
Jefferson backs in against Williams. Out to Jason Kidd. Kidd thought about a 3. Leaves it for Kenyon. Changed the shot. Tipped over by Kurt Thomas. And they get a fresh 24. Kittles with a 3.
Not only are they getting a fresh 24, they're getting offensive rebounds, which the Knicks stopped them from doing in the first half. That's the problem with this Knicks team. They can't keep their concentration and really keep the intensity defensively, and that's a bad sign against this team.
9 points for Kerry Kittles. He was in a real struggle inside with Jason Collins and Kenyon Martin.
Well, right here you got Jason Kidd with the penetration. A great feed to Kenyon Martin, who does a great job of even getting that ball up there. But here's where the backbreaker. Jason Collins with the offensive rebound, and that shot's going to go more times than not when it's coming from in the post back out to the perimeter.
One of the things I've noticed with the Nets is that they're running their offense now. Before they were coming down, taking shots maybe a little on the quick side. Because of the Knicks' defensive concentration in the first half, they made that adjustment at halftime, and as a result of running their offense, the Knicks are having mental defensive laps, and now the Nets are starting to get easy baskets and put
That
backs.
was winning defense right there. That was winning defense.
Jared Kenyon Martin is unbelievable.
Oh, he's incredible.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality of his performance.
Here's Kidd. He just muscles in. Gets it to Kittles. He'll go to the free throw line. And Kidd is right now on a mission. He is going in with that strength, his ability to pass the ball and set up his teammates, where he could be a factor as Kittles misses the first free throw.
Well, they can use him next year.
Yeah, Kerry Kittles really short on that ball. I was afraid it was going to hit the rim for him.
Why are you laughing?
I just the look that you had when you said that. Kittles gets the second one. So it's a 4-point game. 2:06 to go, and the Nets trying to close it out here. Earlier today, as we mentioned, the Pacers closed out the Celtics. A game coming up after this, the Spurs and Grizzlies. That's in a closeout posture. And right now, the Knicks would like to somehow get this to another game on Wednesday.